there must be a lot of tempting money coming your way or could come your way. How do you feel about that?
Thank you. Great question. Okay, everybody ready for a really politically incorrect answer? Here we go. Tammy will use this one. Here you go, Tammy. I can't think of an issue that doesn't ultimately come down to you and me and all of us growing up. So let's look at campaign finance. In just the great wisdom of politicians, they made laws that restrict what you can give me directly. Any individual in this country can only give me $2,500. So what's going to happen? The money is going to go somewhere else to try to get involved and influence elections and have a voice. They limited what people can give parties directly. You can only give the Republican Party this much or the Democratic Party this much. Well, so a bunch of rich guys on the left and the right are going to find something else. And they're going to set up their own super PACs and all these other independent groups to try to help get their people elected. It's no surprise. What's my answer? Here's my answer. There should be no limits. Brace yourself. Tammy, here we go. There should be no limits. There should be no limits at all on what you can contribute to me. But there should be instant disclosure for everyone to see. And then, you know the funny thing, voters? It's up to you to be responsible voters. So, I'm a big gun guy. I'm a big Second Amendment guy. In my world, the NRA should be able to give me $100,000. No limits. And if that upsets you, my friend, Bob, if that upsets you, what are you going to do? You're not going to vote for me. You are an informed voter. You're going to read because we have to put it out right away. Right away. Do you guys know that right now we have to report every quarter where we get money from? But we just do it quietly. You have to go find it every quarter. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying every day online there should be instant transparency. Here's who Duckworth got money from. Here's who Walsh got money from. And then you, the voter, decide. So if you don't agree with me on Second Amendment rights and you see a gun group giving me money, if I'm a voter, I'm not voting for Walsh. But you have to be an informed voter. I just think this is naive. Politicians are going to come up with a law that's going to get rid of super PACs or limit money that corporations and unions can give. Folks, money is going to find its way. And here's a real controversial thing. Uh-oh, money's not the problem. Money's not the problem. Does anybody know how much a PAC can give me? Right now, if the NRA or any PAC wants to give me money, the most they can give me is $5,000. To compete against Tammy Duckworth, I got to raise $2 to $3 million. If I'm stupid enough or desperate enough to have $5,000 influence me, I don't deserve to be in Congress anyways. Money's not the problem. The problem is politicians play games and they don't put it out there for us to see. And the problem is we are all, this will get me in trouble, most of us are lazy and uninformed voters, and if you want to take this country back, it's time we all got up off our butt and did our civic duty and started to pay attention. But no, we want these laws to protect us. Take money out of politics. I'll tell you one more thing that bugs me about contribution limits. Incumbents or challengers? Who do you think is helped by contribution limits? Incumbents! Because once they're in office, money will just flow to them. I'm a challenger. Last time when I ran against Melissa Bean, I had to scratch and claw to raise $500 here, $1,000 there. Melissa Bean could just sit in her office in Washington and money would flow. Of course they want limits. It makes it harder for challengers to raise money. We got to grow up. The reason I went on that is because I love that issue. Because at first it just doesn't sound right with people. Oh, there's too much money in politics. Baloney. It's not money. The problem with politics is you have politicians who all they want to do is get reelected, and they let themselves be influenced by money. You know what the other problem in politics is? We have too many people that don't pay attention.
Yeah.
So get rid of limits and put instant disclosure out there. Make us pay attention. You had one, sir. Go ahead. Stand up.
Doug from Schaumburg.
Welcome, Doug.
Well, my subject is the debt. I don't think enough Americans fully understand the seriousness of it. I don't think enough Americans realize that our government every few weeks has an auction. The Treasury has an auction where they are selling notes, bills, and bonds to whoever wants to buy them to cover our debt. Even our own Federal Reserve is a buyer. They are artificially suppressing interest rates.
Exactly.
This is if you're a Seinfeld fan, we live in a bizarro interest rate world. 0% interest. Senator Colburn is wrong. We're not going to make it to 2020. The first Treasury auction that goes bad and interest rates spike, the world is going to change. Because now the people in Congress